A. The equation of a straight line is 2y equals 3x plus 4. Find the gradient of this line. The standard format for a straight line is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient of the straight line. So what we have to do is rearrange 2y equals 3x plus 4 into this format, and the number in front of the x will be the value of the gradient. The standard format of a straight line makes y the subject of the formula. So what we have to do in this case is make y the subject of the formula. When we make y the subject of the formula, it equals 3 over 2x plus 2, and the number in front of the x is the gradient. Therefore, our gradient is equal to 3 over 2. Find the coordinates of the point where the line crosses the y-axis. Where the line crosses the y-axis is the y-intercept. And from the standard format of a straight line y equals mx plus c, c is the y-intercept. And from part 1, where we rearrange it into the standard format of a straight line, the c is the number at the back, so c is equal to 2. So the coordinates where it crosses the y-axis is 0, 2, and it's 0 for the x-axis because the y-axis is when x equals to 0. The diagram shows a straight line L. Find the equation of line L. All straight lines can be written in the format y equals mx plus c, where c is the y-intercept or where it crosses the y-axis. And from the graph, we can see that the straight line crosses the y-axis at 6. This means that c equals 6. The m in y equals mx plus c is the gradient. And gradient equals change in y over change in x, which we can calculate from the graph. As the y goes down by 6 or moves by minus 6, the x moves by plus 3. Therefore, change in y over change in x is equal to minus 6 over 3, which equals minus 2. So now that we have the gradient and the y-intercept, or m and c, we can now write the equation of the line L, which is y equals minus 2x plus 6. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to line L that passes through 9, 3. If the line is perpendicular to line L, then the gradient must be the negative reciprocal of the gradient of line L, which is 1 over 2. And if the line passes through the points 9, 3, this means that when x equals 9, y equals 3. From the standard format of a straight line y equals mx plus c, we already know that m is equal to a half. And since we know that when x equals 9, y must equal 3, we can substitute this into the equation of our straight line and solve for c. Once we get c equals to minus 3 over 2, we have everything we need for the equation of the line perpendicular to L. So the line perpendicular to L that passes through 9, 3 is y equals a half x minus 3 over 2. C. A is the point 8, 5 and B is the point minus 4, 1. Calculate the length of AB. We have a formula for the distance between 2 points, which is the square root of y1 minus y2 squared plus x1 minus x2 squared. This formula comes from Pythagoras. So all we need to do is put our x and y coordinates for A and B into the formula for the distance between 2 points to find the length of AB. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. We also have a formula for the midpoint between 2 points, which is just the average of the x coordinates and the average of the y coordinates. And that is just x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So all we need to do at this point is substitute our x coordinates and our y coordinates into this formula.